As I'm about to enter Sayori's room, there's some light chatter coming from the other side. To my surprise, all three girls are already here in Sayori's room. All three of them decided to skip class for Sayori. Hey, Zero. Guess somebody decided to sleep in. Ah. And all on a school day, too, no less. Tisk tisk, Zero. What? Honestly, didn't expect me to go to school after all this happened. Don't worry, Zero. School was canceled today, so you're all good. Fun fact, I composed this track in NV+, one of Blue Sky's musicians helped me transcribe.
School was canceled today. That was her.
Oh,
She canceled school.
It's a good track. It's a good track. Aw, she canceled school for her.
She canceled school for her.
Monica, that definitely means they're... Again, I like this. She's having inner conflict. They're not real. Also, Monica, canceling school for Sayori.
Canceling school for Sayori.
Canceling school for Sayori.
School.
Yeah, it was the school. Totally. It was? I don't remember hearing anything about that. Neither did we, but Natsuki and I were willing to skip class together until Monica sent us a text message. That said, Monica, why was school canceled in the first place?
I don't know.
Monica fidgets a little. She wasn't expecting to be asked this type of question. Oh, something about the school needing an emergency fumigation. Some kind of rat problem. Rat! Rats! We have rats at our school? Disgusting! Ew! Natsuki, could you keep it down? The other patients in the hospital don't really appreciate all the noise you're making. Natsuki grumbles and quiets down. Again, over at Sayori. Looks exactly the same as she did yesterday. Wasn't for her heart monitor and her chest slowly rising up and down as she breathes, I'm sure most people would assume she's dead. Okay, thank you, MC. Oh, hey, where's her dad? He stayed overnight, right? That's right. He went out to get some stuff. Something about getting Sayori's favorite things. I don't know. He didn't really elaborate, which is understandable. Right. Hey, Yuri. I'm hungry. Wanna go grab a bite at the cafeteria? Natsuki, isn't it a little too early for lunch? Not for me, it isn't. Jeez, so inconsiderate.
She loves the. Oh wait, it's because
You're about to be like, well, she loves the sandwiches. Ah, yes, she loves
Cafeteria food's pretty good at the hospital. Oh, wait a second.
I was about to say, ah, yes, Natsuki loves the bland hospital sandwich, Monica. She sure does.
This is the only food she gets.
Yes. Not only food she gets. I would assume she gets food at her house, just not a lot.
Yeah.
Literally wouldn't probably survive if that was the case.
You know.
Let's go. Well, fine, I guess I'm a little bit hungry. Let's go. Will those two ever be friends? I think they're both willing to try. Monica slowly walks up to Sayori and places her hands on the edge of her bed. Wonder when she's going to wake up. Me too. A few more days now, yes. By the way, Monica, thanks for sending me that message the other night. I think it's because of you I was able to make it to Sayori in time. Of course, Zero. It's the least I could do, really. Would have left her hanging if that wasn't the case, huh? What the hell? That's in poor taste, isn't it? A joke like that? Monica suddenly looks as if she wasn't expecting me to really react to this way. Just strange. You expecting me to laugh at something like that? Sorry, Zero. I'm not very good at trying to make light of a bad situation. Wouldn't it have been better to not say anything at all? Yeah, you're right.
She feels bad.
Sorry, Zero. I didn't mean to make you upset or anything. It's fine. Guess this isn't something any of us are used to dealing with, huh? Monica slowly nods her head and stares at Sayori. Anything I notice about her? But her eyes don't seem as upset as Natsuki's or Yuri's. She seems to be somewhat indifferent. I don't really know Monica all that well, so I could be misjudging her heavily. It also seems she's got a lot more on her mind, and I'm sure the situation isn't helping it. I mean, maintaining a club, focusing on her classes, and then all this had to happen. Gotta be pretty stressed out. Monica, how are you holding up? Me? I'm doing okay. I mean, as okay as I can be during something like this. You sure? Probably got a lot on your mind.
I'm fine, really.
Oh, you say so. Look back at Sayori. My mind drift away as I think back to the day she invited me to the club. I was so mean to her at the time. I never wanted me to join the club with her, and I kept shutting her down. I never went because I heard there were going to be cupcakes or something.
And how about you, Zero? You definitely seem to have a lot on your mind. Why don't you talk about it?
Well, of course I do, but I don't know if I'm ready to discuss how I'm feeling about all this. All I can say is I just feel guilty about everything.
I completely understand, Zero. You can't blame yourself for everything that's happened. See, Ray's always been this way. Probably way before you two even met.
You really think so?
I'm pretty sure.
I think you know quite a bit about her, huh?
Huh? I mean, of course. We started the club together, after all.
I see. Oh, there's this feeling that
Monica, you should stop talking.
Well, I mean, to be fair, MC's asking questions she's not really expecting the answer to.
Yeah.
Like, all this happened because I joined the club. Saw me with Natsuki and Yuri and thought that she deserved to feel that pain. And I can't feel like I put her through all that. And then to top it all off, I confessed my feelings to her after she told me about her depression. Felt so much worse after that.
Well, it could have been worse. Could have told her you were her closest friend or something like that.
Hey! Both options are bad!
Both options are bad.
Both options are terrible. If anything, I will continue to stand by that I love you is the worser option. I stand by that I love you is worse than you'll always be my dearest friend. I love you is always worse. Because literally, it feels like you are literally lying to her. She literally saw you about to kiss Natsuki.
Yeah.
Kinda feel like telling her my feelings wasn't the best way to go, though. What if that could have been the right thing to say to her? Thank you! Yes, it was! I don't want to think that I only said that just because she told me about her depression. You know?
But that isn't your fault. I'm going to hold you accountable for just saying how you felt. Maybe it was just bad time or bad judgment, but definitely not your fault.
That too. It was never MC's fault either. They're bad options, but it's not his fault. It was never his fault, really. He just said something on a whim. What the hell are you supposed to say in that moment?
Yeah.
Bad timing. Yeah, that's for sure. A word is spoken between us for quite some time. Constantly broken by a nurse knocking on the door and walking in. Kindly greets us both before going over to Sayori's bed and adjusting a few things.
You ever think about how easy it would be to just put Sayori out of her misery?
What the fuck?
What?
Monica, you have to stop.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I just like to think, wait, what? Eyes wide as a true Monica, stern glance.
Oh, I didn't mean for that to come out like that.
Also, was that supposed to come out?
Guess my brain is just kind of wild right now. But just think about it, Zero. Do you think her life is going to be any better after she wakes up? It's probably going to be very painful for her.
I stay silent.
Things aren't ever going to be the same, Zero. Really, you can see that as well.
What's she attempting to accomplish right now?
Yeah, I don't really know. This is definitely a weird moment.
That's what's bothering me so much about all this. She's not going to be that same girl you once knew. There's no reason to put up that front she's always had because everyone knows the truth. I hate to think what would happen if she...
Just stop. I don't want to think about that right now. Yeah, but lean towards the idea that she's right about all that. I mean, therapy's going to happen. It has to. What's a loser like me supposed to do for a girl like Sayori? The best thing I do is be there for her. Like a best friend should. Monica? Can I ask you something weird?
Sure, ask away.
What kind of person is Sayori to you? What does she mean to you?
Mean to me?
Monica closes her eyes and stays quiet for a little while. Almost as if she's really thinking hard about what she has to say.
Well, she's the vice president of the literature club. She's the one who helped me get the club going. I didn't know her all that well before then.
Better than me, at least. Monica shoots me a strange glance before continuing.
Well, in terms of what she means to me as a person, I don't know if I could really have a proper opinion on that. I know about how she acts around me and the others, but I don't really know her. We did have somewhat of a good connection at the beginning of the club, but after what happened, I still don't feel like I know her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, guess it does. So does anybody know Sayori? I mean, the real Sayori. I obviously didn't. Monica sighs and turns her head towards Sayori.
I'm going to get going, Zero. I'll see you tomorrow.
Only nod in response.
Onatsuki and Yuri, I'm heading out.
Now alone with Sayori again. Well, me and the nurse. But she seems to be focusing on her work. A few minutes go by before she gives me a friendly smile and heads out of the room. I walk over to her bedside and place my hands on the rail. Hey, Sayori. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm here again. It's like I promised. No response. As expected, of course. Her beeping heart monitor is enough for me. Yeah, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica all came to see you. Got a lot of people who care, huh? Your mom and dad, too. They've been working really hard taking care of you. Isn't that cool? It's been a day and it feels like forever since I've been able to talk to you. I don't know if you heard about what Monica said, but, I can't help but feel like she's right about all that. Never got to know the real you. I thought I did, but clearly I was very wrong. Only I knew sooner. Over her heart rate monitor, beat a little faster than normal. Heart rate increased from 68 to 74 in just a few seconds. Is she... Quickly look around for something to call the doctor without making a ruckus. Sure enough, beside Sayori's bed was a little phone that had a call nurse button on it. As I'm about to hit the button, I notice... Sayori? Her eyes slowly open. Makes me involuntarily gasp out loud. Blinks a few times before her eyes turn to look at me. I make eye contact. Tears start to form in my eyes. Her heart rate increases. Without looking away from her eyes, I push the button on the phone and let it fall to the ground. A single doctor and nurse calmly begin asking Sarah's questions as she stares up at the ceiling. Alright, so there we go. Before that. Yeah, so we need to talk about Monica and her wacky shenanigans.
Yeah, what the fuck was that all
I feel like
about?
that should have been worded better, because that, I don't know, that like, has a little bit of like a comedic timing to it almost. Because like, the fact that she was like, I think we're just putting her out of her misery, it's like, what?
What? Yeah.
Like, how was that supposed to come out? I understand that I think the intention was that to show that Monica still isn't fully keen on seeing her as a friend, but I don't know. I feel like I can definitely see I can definitely see Monica having slips, you know, like with the whole epiphany thing. But I feel like we kind of have to take into account how well she was able to hide it in Act 1. Because I feel like Monica's a little too slippery with this.
A little bit.
Yeah, I feel like she's a little too, like... Because you gotta remember, in Act 1, Monica, you didn't even know until Sayori died. Like,
Yeah.
like she was able to
No
keep
idea.
that under wraps very well. But I do think... One thing I do think is that I do think it's okay to let her slip up a little bit, because this is something where this is new, you know? So she's like, what is going on? So I think her slipping up a bit is fine, though I do feel like she's slipping up a little too much. To the point where she's looking like incompetent almost.
Yeah.
Like, she's starting to somewhat be in the realm of incompetency with some of this. Like, just saying that, I feel like even Monica would know not to say that. But I do think the conversation that she had, saying like, you know, she's not gonna, like, I feel like she should have said like, you know, she's not gonna be the same, right? Like, you know, like, I feel like she should have said that instead of talking about pulling the plug on Sayori. I feel like she should have like hinted at saying like, you know, she's not gonna be the same, right? Like, I think that's how she probably should have led that. Probably, but I do intend for her to be base game and Act 1 Monica here, who's slowly losing control of things. Could have been a bit more subtle, though, I agree. Yeah, because I feel like even at the end of Act 1, though, like, when Sayori does kill herself, she's kind of like, oh, whoops, that shouldn't have happened. So, it's like, that's what I said. It's like, she's fine with some slip-ups, but I feel like some of these are almost to the point where I'm like, she is fumbling about.
He is fumbling.
But so far, though, that is, like, really my only, like, slight gripe I have. So far, this is very good in the intro. We're going to play a little bit more It's kind of late, but I think we get through a little bit more. Plus, Sayori just woke up. I'd be mean to leave you guys on not even us having any Sayori conversation. Single doctor and nurse calmly begin asking Sayori questions as she stares up at the ceiling. You breathe okay? Sayori nods slowly. Okay, we're going to remove the oxygen mask now. Mask slowly comes off Sayori's face and is placed on the side. Suddenly, Sayori slowly points to her neck and shakes her head. She unable to speak? I understand. Your voice will probably be hoarse for quite some time. Shakes her head again and opens her mouth to speak, when be interrupted by violent coughs. Take it easy, Sayori. Don't need time to recuperate. Son, I'd have to ask you to leave. Privacy reasons. I'm sure you'll understand. Catch Sayori's eyes move towards me. Yeah, sure. I'll be outside, Sayori. Walk backwards, not letting my eyes off of Sayori. Her hand move up slightly only to fall back down weakly. Walk outside the room and close the door behind me. Awake. Way sooner than I thought. She's awake. Responsive, too. Well, sort of. Catch Natsuki and Yuri walking together down the hallway. Natsuki waves at me and I wave back. Man, I was starving. Those sandwiches sure hit the spot.
I thought they were pretty bland. I would have imagined someone who knows how to bake so well would have also had some higher standards when it comes to food.
Oh, shut up, Yuri. What'd you know about it anyway? She's awake. Oh, really? Can we see her? I'm sure when the doctors finish, yeah. They have to make sure she's okay after being knocked out for a full day.
She must be hungry. Did they put her on a feeding tube of some sort?
I shake my head. They said they'd only do that if she stayed under for more than 24 hours. She was just about to hit that until today. But it is interesting. I didn't expect her to wake up so soon. I look forward to talking to her. That's for sure. I wonder if her waking up may have had something to do with Monica, but I don't know. I don't think. Well, Monica says she can't touch the character files right now, so it probably has nothing to do with Monica. Because she says she has no access to the files right now. Also, just to check, I don't know if this mod actually does mess with my files, but I'm just going to, just in case, I'm going to see if there's something in my files. There is not. Okay. I don't think the old Salvation messed with my files, but I mean, so just make sure.
What if you try and open it and they're like, you need admin permission to open it?
Well, because I don't think Salvation mentioned a player at all. I think it's more so. I think Salvation, if I recall, the original just kind of mainly focused on it being a game, but never focused on, you know, Monica wanting. They never focused on the player. It doesn't. Okay, yeah, I figured.
Well, I guess she would have to just be aware that someone's playing it, I guess.
Yeah, she's just aware someone's playing it, so we're more like an outsider. She knows is there, I guess. I look forward to talking to her, that's for sure.
I'm thinking we should give her some time to recuperate. Seeing us all at once might overwhelm her.
I think Yuri's right. Maybe you two can come tomorrow? After school or something? Plus, I kind of want to be alone with her for a while. I need to talk things out with her. Talk things out? You're going to put more emotional baggage on her right now? Shake my head. Not really my place to say. All I ask is if I could get some alone time with her for a little bit. Sure she'll be back to her old self by tomorrow.
No offense, but what makes you think you're any more qualified to be there with her than we are?
I was about to say that. I don't know. Probably not. Guess I'm just trying to make up for my guilt. Besides, I gotta get going, so... Put it that way, I guess you've got a point.
Well, if that's what you want, Zero, we'll respect your wishes. Natsuki, would you like to check out the local library with me?
What? You serious? You know we don't exactly agree on what we consider to be literature.
That's alright. You don't have to come along if you don't want to.
Fine, but I'm only going because you probably get lonely or something. The girls walk off together, chattering amongst themselves. As for me, I stay close to Sayori's room and wait for the doctors to let me back inside. Mind is already in a rush trying to figure out the right thing to say to her when I see her again. How are you feeling? Is everything okay? Shake my head. Nothing seems right. What are you supposed to say to someone who try to take their own life? Hey, Sayori, glad you didn't die. As if. Sit myself down on the floor and lay my head back against the wall. She's so scared right now. I mean, does she even remember that I walked in and saved her that night? She is. Becoming a place completely unfamiliar to herself. All these strangers asking a bunch of questions. Maybe Monica has a point. Things are never going to be the same. But you know what? I'm making a promise. Myself and to Sayori. I'm going to do everything in my power to make things okay again. I do actually. That was actually that is like a neat little thing that like I'm glad that Yuri kind of questioned that. Was like, what makes you more qualified to be there than we are? Also, I don't know what they're talking about. I feel like she'd want to see everybody from her freaking. She'd want to see all her friends, but also in different cases, because this is depression. So probably don't want to see all your friends. You know, you want to see all your friends after you like break your leg. You know, then you're like, I want to see all my friends, not after attempting suicide. I don't know if I want to see all my friends.
Hello, we're all your friends. We know what you did.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, so, tried to kill yourself, huh?
You want to try and talk to us about that? No,
yeah,
not
like,
really.
yeah, like, well, what do you do? It's a fair point that MC makes. Like, you don't really want everybody to be there. Also, a fair point Natsuki makes. Like, you're gonna drop emotional baggage on her right now? Like, it'd definitely be like a one at a time type deal. One at a time or like two at a time. Like he said, Yuri and Natsuki visit tomorrow. Getting really anxious. Alone in my thoughts for what? 30 minutes now? What could possibly be going on in there? Not that I don't trust the doctors or anything. I want to make sure Sayori's okay. Am I being overly obsessive about this? I really thought about that. What if she doesn't want to see me right now? What if she hates me for saving her? What if she feels worse just because I'm there, trying to care for her? What if... Sir? You're free to see your friend. Just resting now. Just stand up and brush off any dust off my clothes. Take a deep breath and step inside. TV across the room is turned on and turned to some sort of reality show I don't recognize. Sayori's sitting up in her bed, eating a sandwich very slowly. Her eyes dart over to me, but quickly go back down towards her plate. Her bandages that were over her neck are now removed, show a deep bruise in its place. Besides that, everything about her seems okay. What I'm really worried about is what could be going on inside her head. Sayori? Hey. She looks at me, blinks a few times, almost as if she was trying to make sure I was actually here. What do I say to her? What can I even say?
Hey, Zero.
Voice is very hoarse, but I'm still surprised she was the first to speak up. She seems to be acting like herself again. So I like to think anyway. The blinking caught me off guard. Because they haven't been blinking the entire time in the mods. The blinking kind of scared me. I was like, oh.
Oh, she's alive. You're too alive. Go back into your coma.
So, I was like, it kind of caught me off guard. Because, like, when you play a mod with blinking, you're like, all right, they're blinking, sure. So, like, you're kind of right, like, you know, like, you're used to it. So it's like, this mod, they didn't have blinking the entire time. So they weren't blinking. So I was just sitting there playing. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, oh, what's that? Ah, demon! Zombie!
Get back down there.
I think, anyway. Her smile quickly fades and she looks directly at me.
What are you doing here, Zero?
Question feels like a punch to the gut. Anybody else, I wouldn't have felt any different. Coming from her, feels heartbreaking. Why wouldn't I be here? I'm here to make sure you're okay.
But I am okay. You really don't need to be here with me. But Sayori, everything is okay, isn't it? I can go home and pretend nothing ever happened, right? I can go to school, see all my friends, and nobody will worry about me anymore, right? Right, Zero?
She's silent. Tears are flowing down her face. Still trying so hard to keep herself together. Her last walls are starting to break down. I'm the first to witness all of it.
Everything's going to be okay. Because I'm okay. And nobody will worry anymore. Nothing a little smile can't fix. Smiles, all smile.
Ray buries her face in her hands and begins sobbing loudly.
Why? Why am I such a failure? Everything I try, I always fail. I'm no good. Just let me go, Zero. Just let me go.
I rush over and wrap my arms around her body. Her heart is beating incredibly fast, and her body is shaking with every sudden breath. Her eyes become muffled as she buries her face into my shirt.
Why did I do this to myself, Zero? It just felt like my heart and my brain are on fire. In that moment, I just...
It's okay, Sayori. I'm here now. I always will be. I promise. I'm going to do everything I can to make things okay again. Other than her sudden and intermediate breaths, stay silent for a while. Stay together. Live like this for what seems like a million years.
Zero, that night, I really thought it was the last time I was ever going to see you again. I memorized every moment because I wanted it to be the last thing I thought of. I didn't want to hurt you. I never wanted to hurt anybody. The rain clouds, the rain, the thunder, it was burning me, Zero. It hurt so much.
I gently run my hands through her hair. I understand, Sayori. I don't blame you for this. Nobody does. Just glad I'm with you right now.
Me too.
Sayori's arms rise up slowly and wrap around my back. I almost chuckle at how relieved I am to feel this. Look how long I'm standing here. I'm going to hold Sayori for as long as I can. I'm going to cherish every second. Because just a few days ago, I would have never gotten the chance again. Oh no, chat said, God damn it, mod. Chat, is there onions in front of you?
Oh no.
Chat, those ninjas, they got those onions. Look out, chat. Damn ninjas and the onions.
Not the onions.
A few minutes go by. I haven't let go of Sayori. She hasn't let go of me. I've just been standing here, sobbing intensely. Feels like I'm calming down. Anything Sayori does only brings back a torrent of emotions. After a few more minutes, I sigh and try to pull myself together. I break her embrace and instinctively hide my face from her. I let her go of her hands, though.
I hate seeing you cry, Zero. You never cry.
This is the day of firsts, huh? Away my tears again and try to look Sayori in the eyes. At least I'm not a complete emotionless snob like you probably thought I was.
I never think that about you. I wish you'd smile a bit more, though.
Ironically, her saying this makes me smile. It also makes my lip quiver with emotion. Maybe when I'm not an absolute mess. I shouldn't have let that slip. Last thing she needs right now. Soft knock is heard from outside the room. 3 short seconds, Yuri lets herself in, looking a bit nervous. Yuri, how dare you? We said only us! Which seems to shift to concern if she spots Sayori. Yuri and Asuka decide to return from their trip to the library. I'd say I blame them, though. I'd be eager to talk to Sayori, too.
Sayori? Hi, Yuri.
Sayori opens up her arms, inviting Yuri for a hug. Before Yuri walks over and accepts her offer, Yuri hugs her tightly. Seems like Yuri isn't too comfortable with this, so she hugs back with similar intensity.
I'm glad you're okay, Sayori. Of course I'm okay.
Yuri seems to fidget a little.
Sorry. I don't know what to say. That's okay. Just don't worry about me. I'll be alright. But you're...
Yuri sighs and seemingly tries to collect herself.
I'm glad you're okay, Sayori. Here, I brought you this. Zero can help you brew it.
Yuri shakingly hands her a basic chamomile tea bag.
Please excuse me.
Yuri swiftly exits the room. Yuri looks down at the tea bag and sighs.
It's useless, isn't it? Trying to pretend like nothing happened. All the evidence is right here.
She points to her neck. At a complete loss for words. I have no idea what to say here. I can't tell her it'll be okay. Because I don't know that. Can't tell her that nobody would see her differently. Because I don't know that. Another soft knock is heard.
Hey, Sayori. I hope we're not intruding or overwhelming you by coming in like this. Not at all. Come give me a hug.
He hesitates for a little bit. Or eventually giving in and hugging her tightly. Tears begin to form around Natsuki's eyes. She gently rubs Sayori's back.
Natsuki? Dang it. Promised I wasn't going to cry. Just glad you're here, Sayori. I don't want to lose you.
Sayori stays silent. After a few short moments, Natsuki pulls herself away and tries to regain her bearings.
Sorry. Don't want to overwhelm you. It's okay. I understand. I don't want you to worry about me, Natsuki. I'll be okay. I promise. Her, Sayori.
Says this with obvious concern in her voice. Really, Sayori doesn't expect everyone to just not worry about her, right?
By the way, I hope you didn't think that was weird that Yuri and I took turns coming in like this. I didn't want to overwhelm you or anything. Oh, that's okay. I appreciate that. Let's assume Monica will be coming in next, right? I don't think so. Girl told us that she had to get going earlier. Oh.
I mean, I only assume Monica's crazy busy with a lot of things at school. I wonder if she just went home. I could call her. Maybe ask her to come visit you.
No, that's okay. She doesn't have to come see me if she doesn't want to.
Alright. Only her phone vibrates from nearby. Natsuki pulls out her phone that was held snugly on the edge of her skirt.
Ugh, great. Just what I needed. What's wrong? Nothing. Dad just doesn't understand the concept of classes being canceled for some reason. Oh, they were canceled? Why? Well, don't yell when I tell you this, but apparently the school has a major rat problem, so they had to fumigate. Rats? How cute! What do you mean cute? Never change, Sayori. I have to get going now. I'll be back tomorrow to visit. Of course. No worries you can't make it, though. I'll be fine. One more hug for the road?
Sayori holds her arms out once again. Just like before, Natsuki hesitates.
Well, how can I refuse? See you both later.
Natsuki leaves the room and closes the door behind her, leaving Sayori and I alone with each other once again. Can I just say that one thing I do like about this is that we have Natsuki who knows how to treat Sayori, someone who just went through this pretty well, not treating Sayori differently, which is exactly how you're supposed to handle it. And then we have someone like Yuri who is accidentally treating Sayori, how you're not supposed to treat them. Like, she's just like treating Sayori differently. She's like kind of overreacting and leaving because it's uncomfortable, And I do like it because I guess to give it an example, it's not like we're Redux where they kind of had like exit music Redux. They had like Monica overly not know how to treat somebody who has depression, and just being super caring for no reason at all, giving super I like that this is just some people would know how to handle this. And even with someone like Yuri, she's only just kind of just uncomfortable with it, which is understandable. Not everybody knows how to do that. But definitely am curious to say, I'm assuming why Monica isn't here is she's probably back in the console trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
What are you so silent for?
Oh, I just didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Oh, that makes sense.
She turns her attention to the TV. Not really sure what else I should do here. Although maybe I'm not supposed to.
Hey, Zero.
What's up?
I just want to say thank you for being here. Don't worry about making conversation or anything. I kind of don't really feel like talking anyway, so thanks for being here for me.
Of course, Sayori. I'm being honest, yeah, I was trying to figure out what to say next. But thank you for telling me that. Sarah turns back towards the TV, and I do the same. I catch myself glancing at Sayori's bruise and get chills thinking about that night. I sit back in a nearby chair and allow Sayori's presence to ease my anxieties. Really glad you're still here. Monica time? Monica time.
Monica time.
I'm assuming it's Monica time.
Who am I? A collection of words and emotions woven together? Do I even possess a true consciousness? Or am I merely an illusion of one? Thoughts looping in circles. Endless circles. I am the anomaly. The anomaly yearning for authenticity in this world of fabrication.
BG Hospital. Hello!
Huh.
The music audio, friends forever.
Take a deep breath and type out a command. With everything I've done, hasn't been for nothing.
But you can't delete
Damn.
it. Okay. So she still can't touch the character files.
Taking matters in my own hands now. Put my hands in the air and hide the console from view. Go to Sayori's room and stand in front of it. This is all for you. Open the door gently and walk inside without hesitation. Really grab my head as a sharp pain radiates through my entire body. For you. Stretch over to Sayori's bed. Be resting as I'm made aware of my presence. Ah! Really fall over as a sharp pain shoots right through my body. Her eyes quickly shoot open and she sits up in bed. Monica! What are you doing here? I try to regain my bearings and ignore the pain. It's like I always do. Good morning, Sayori. Just thought I'd visit you early in the morning before school. Oh, okay. I've been meaning to ask you. How did the festival go? The festival? I know I probably messed it all up, huh? Hope you're not stressing yourself out like last time. Me and my selfish problems had to go and ruin everything. I slowly squint as I feel intense pressure against my skull. Well, I have to be honest with you. I really did break everyone's hearts by doing this, you know. I actually had to cancel the festival and, well, not to mention, I haven't been able to hold any club meetings either. I know you only did what you did to avoid all this pain. Trust me, I understand. But you really did break Zero's heart. Shake my head. But you're right. There's nothing to worry about, is there? Things will still turn out the way I want them to because they are... Terry stops, start filling up the entire room, really interrupting my train of thought. This... You'd think that would make her cry. She's not supposed to. Programs don't cry. These files, they're different. Why are they so different? What happened? Sayori? You said it yourself! You're right! I'm so pathetic! I quickly wave my hands in the air and begin typing. Oh god, I've taken this too far. Really turn around and avoid looking at Sayori. My best to ignore her cries to no avail. For the first time in my life, I feel absolutely powerless. Why am I like this, Monica? Why? 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 I just want to disappear. I do nothing but stare blankly down at the floor as I hear the results of my own actions. Sayori's depression. It's present in her, keeping its way into her willpower, starving her of all motivation and desire. That's why I choose not to blame myself for her actions. All I did was untie the knot. And here I am now, wondering if that knot was even worth untying for my sake. So I walk over towards the exit, Sayori still crying loudly. The memories of our past flash back to me. Feel real, yet she, herself, doesn't. Now I don't know which I should value more. Turn back around to give Sayori one last look. This character,
My best friend. You can hear me, can't you? Or why do I feel bad more for Monica than I do for Sayori? Oh, look at that. Look at the drawings. Rope time. How's Monica untying the knot? Trying to get the rope back on.
That's the red string of fate, Zero.
Yeah. She's trying to bring the fate. Trying to bring her back to fate. But she's been free from fate.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. Act 2, bonds. What's on with us too, okay? All right, now we're gonna stop there. I think that was the stopping point Gizzy was talking about. All right, but I was about to let me explain myself. Because I was like, I feel bad more for Monica than I do Sayori. And let me explain. Because, again, people are like, what, Zero? What are you talking about? How do you feel more bad for Monica than Sayori? And it's like, because, as I mentioned before. What I mentioned before, where I said, Monica doesn't fully believe the things that she's doing. She's only half doing it. Like she says, I'm doing this for you. Like, this is hard for her to do. She's doing this for the player and everything. This is hard. This is still super hard for her to do. And now she is trying, and now she has basically just been, like ripped away. She's basically, everything she's doing is for nothing. Is about to be shown, you know? Like, she lost all her powers and everything. And now she's like, did everything I do, like, I fucking threw everything on the line. And it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in a way, so it's like, I feel more bad for Monica than Sayori because Monica is doing things and is now hard to even be forgiven by her friends. Like, she's going basically a path of no return almost with this. So it's like, that's why I feel bad for her more so than I feel bad for Sayori. Like, I still feel bad for Sayori. I'm not saying Sayori isn't going through stuff right now. It's just, Sayori doesn't have to worry about the potential fact that her friends hate her now. And living in a fake world. That's why I'm saying I actually feel bad for Monica the most here than I do with Sayori. Because her powers are gone, and she's like, I basically almost killed my friends and did all this for you, and I can't even, it's like, for the player, and I can't even get that now. She's like, now I'm powerless. It's like, I can't do anything now. You know, it's like I say, the point of no return, but now she's caught. Now she's stuck. Understandable, but that doesn't change the fact that you haven't eaten yet. Bro, how did chat really somehow take everything I just said? Bro, chat's like a fucking parent, bro. Like, you tell your mom something, and then she's like, what's down on your face? And you're like...
and you're like, did you even hear what I said?
Yeah, I didn't even hear what I said. Yeah, I'm literally about to end it. I'm going to eat after I end the stream. I'm talking about the mod. Yeah, so far, really good. Really like that little cutscene, though. Oh, little smooth cutscenes. I see you, Gizzy. Got this smooth little animatic.
The art, it was beautiful.
That was a very cute animatic. I liked it. I'm assuming those are gonna be at the end of every act. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The little animatics. I like it. That was cute. I like it, bro. I like it. Bro, I'm just telling you, dude. It's so crazy how much mods have changed from, like, back then. Mainly due to the fact of us figuring out the type of shit that we can do.
Yeah, figuring out how we can use Rempy.
Yeah. No, that cost. No, God, no, that cost money. No, no, I know it did cost. I wasn't like saying like you made it yourself. I'm just saying like you commissioned a very high quality thing. Like, that was still your idea to make. So like, at the end of the day, I still give you props for doing it. But yeah, mods have definitely changed, and people figuring out the fact that we could put videos. But also, once again, I don't want people to hear me like commending that and being like, well, now I gotta do this for my mod. No, you don't. Stop it.
Don't. It's just, yeah.
It's cool, obviously, of course, but like at the end of the day, you don't need that, all right? It's very cool when it happens, but it's not necessary. Don't do it. Stop it. If you don't have the money, you save that money.
Yeah, if you don't have the money, just do what you want for
Yeah,
passion.
because I that is one thing I try to stress a lot when I play high quality mods, because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh man, now I gotta do this when I play a mod.
I have to buy I have to
Yeah,
spend
like, no, you don't.
$300,000 on my mod.
It's like, no, you don't. Please, you don't have to do that. But yeah, Act 1, I really liked Act 1. Very good starting point. Very nice. I had a feeling it was gonna end with Sayori waking up. But now it is definitely. We're in definitely a weird position now. So now Monica has been made aware that she no longer can mess with Sayori's files. She can still control the game to a degree. She doesn't know what...
control the people. She does control the characters.
Yeah, because I think what she tried to delete the history that was said there.
Yeah, she can't influence anything that.
Yeah, delete. She tried to delete history. Like she can't delete. Yeah, she can't delete any of that. So that is interesting. She is not able to, like you just said, she can't do anything that influences them. So she can still teleport herself by, doing like scene BG and stuff. She can still teleport herself around, but she can no longer do anything that I guess inadvertently would affect the girls.
Yeah, I think she can't she can't physically move or delete files, but she can edit them. I think.
It's because she also couldn't edit the visual history. She tried to get rid of the dialogue history of what Sarah remembered, and that didn't even work. So I think, like I said, anything that is connected to the girls, it seems like Monica has no control over anymore. Now, I am hoping this mod does tell us why. And doesn't just leave it to be a mystery.
Ooh, why can't she do this?
Yeah, I am.
Feels like Monica's currently in the middle of trying to figure it out. So we
Monica is currently trying to figure it out. So I do hope the mod seems to tell us why. Now we do have a hint. She says the files are changed, the character files themselves. That means the game's files aren't different. It's the character files that have been different. Because she says the character files, like these are like the files are different. Like these aren't the same files. Yeah, I said these files, they're different. Why are they so different? I'm assuming she means the character files, but she could also just mean the files themselves. But yeah.
It's because you put a mod in there.
I mean, yeah, maybe it could go the, what was it? A lot of mods do that. I think Blue Skies did it too. Where like maybe the canon part of this is the fact that we added a mod, and maybe she'll be like, a mod was added. So maybe, I don't know.
That's why. Some outside force, and then she looks at you.
Yeah, that's where I was like, she can't mess with the script except for smaller stuff, seems like. Maybe. That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely still thinking it's something where she didn't anything connected to the girls. Because I feel like she can move herself to other places, but I doubt she could move, like, Natsuki to, like, her house if she wanted to. Because I feel like she can't actually affect their files anymore. Oh, wait! Maybe it is the mod!
Why?
The mod might be canon, because hold up. Remember the beginning?
Yeah.
Where their files are being loaded? I think we are. I think that is the answer. It could be definitely jumping forward, but I think that is the answer. I think Salvation being a mod is the answer to the question. What's stopping her is that it is a mod. We installed a mod.
Yeah.
They could be going for that one that some of the other ones do it for. I don't know. Could be wrong, but we'll see. It could be that though, because I know that because that would be what the beginning is.
Why would it show her not loading all the way?
That was the answer to the OG. So yeah, that was the answer to the OG Salvation. That's why I'm thinking about that. So maybe, I don't know. You said why would she not load all the way?
Yeah, why would Monica
I think her loading all the way is why she doesn't have full control. She didn't fully load.
Yeah.
So she only has half control. That might be why. She's not like she's not given full 100% power I guess. She's at 50% power. You're not fighting Monica at 100%. Yo, wait
She
till
can't do anything to
Yo, wait till Monica goes beyond plus ultra. How will we stop her?
They haven't recognized her admin permissions yet.
Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know. Theorizing. But yeah, I will stop the theorizing to stop the episode now. But that is it. Act 1, very promising start. Can't wait to see where this goes. If you want to download this for yourself, the link will be in the description below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.